Hello everybody, Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Thanks for stopping by Gaming with Bill. And yeah, we have another unboxing, and it could be a first look also. I'll make up my mind once I just get into it and see how the contents look like. But mailman just came, and so we're going to get down to the table. I want you to see what I get. I always like showing off it a little bit, I guess. So let's get down to the table and take a look. Okay, it's coming in from Danverson Games. Can you guys guess what it is? Take a guess. I started to cut that one open a little bit ago, and I didn't have the camera turned on. So I stopped cutting it, and I'm going to finish cutting it. All right, let's see what we got going here. I got to check the settings on there. Look, let's get that fan turned off. So we don't have to deal with that. Okay, here's another hint right here. Valiant Defense Series. Here we are. The Battle for Henderson Field, October 23rd through the 26th, 1942. The Battle for Guadalcanal. Wow, it's a pretty hefty box too. And this one here is created by Vince Cooper and Niels Johansson, and published by Danverson Games. Let's see what you know what? I'm going to take the shrink off so it's easier for you to read this stuff. Maybe I'm not. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're going to do a first look too. So let's get the shrink off. Been waiting for this one for a long time. This is my second in the Valiant Defense series. My first one was Pablo's House. I've looked at the other ones, but I was holding off, waiting for this one. Oh, this is a big, heavy one too. So I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew with this first look. Let's get rid of the paper there. All right. It says, in Guadalcanal, the battle for Henderson Field, you take control of the valiant 1st Marine Division and the 164th American Regiment, desperately defending Henderson Field against waves of attacking Japanese soldiers. Low on supplies and ammunition, the Marines must protect the airfield from capture to prevent Vice Admiral Nagumo's approaching carrier group utilizing land-based aircraft to inflict a decisive attack on the U.S. Navy in the Solomons. Guadalcanal is a solitaire game, fought simultaneously as tactical and operational level. Counters representing historic Marines and IGA Japanese combats fight tactical battles, while UN Marine Corps operation cards are used to command the Cactus Air Force, 1st Division Headquarters, and Task Force 62. The Imperial Japanese Army AI is controlled by a deck of cards that simulate banzai charges, bombers from Rabaul, and Takama's No. 2 bombardment force. Optional rules and cards allow for limitless gameplay, including 2 to 3 player options. All right, it says 1 to 3 players, 60 to 90 minutes, complexity moderate. It says tactical and operational platoon. All right. In the game components, we got a game board, fully illustrated core rulebook, player aid, Marine Corps operations deck. We'll take a look at this. Yep, we are going to look at it. I've been waiting a long time. It's kind of ironic, as you guys have followed me on the page, knowing that I'm working on another game, the same battle. All right, let's get that up there. I gotta check the settings on this camera, because this is really strange, because this is a rectangular box, and every time I put it under this camera in particular, it becomes square. Not the, oh boy, we got a big thick roll book. And Vince Cooper, he piles the rolls on. Okay, 30 to 60 minutes. Got a nice index, which I'll probably make a copy of so I don't have to keep opening the book up. Player introductions. And then we got setups, explaining the counters and so forth. How many pages is this anyway? I'm not going to flip through all of them if we got. Well, I see at least 69, 88. Oh, this is a separate one. 88 pages of the rule. All right, it's going to take some time to learn and play this one, I guess. Then we got officers, machine guns. Difficulty levels. So we got the beginner, easy, regular, veteran, and then they're color coded. That makes it kind of nice too. So you can start with the beginner, easy, and work your way, and then jump into the regular as you get feeling more comfortable. Key terms. It'd be nice to copy that page too, and have it readily available. Playing the game. As the game board depicts 4 different views of Guadalcanal Battleground. We'll see that when we get to the game board. All right. Yeah, there's a difference in even drawing the cards at the beginning of the different levels. All right, as you can see, Vince has laid this out pretty nicely. A lot of text to read, but there are some example plays, some examples. This is the example here, the gray. Yeah, all the grays examples. Yeah, lots of examples. Okay, that's pretty cool. This is cool. Lots of color, example and colors, taking up pages, taking up space. So maybe 88 pages, but as you can see, we eliminated a lot of them with the indexes and stuff like that. All right. And on the back, deployment. Using the regular difficulty level rules for deployment, here are a couple lists you might like to use and experiment with. Okay, so that's a couple of recommendations. What was this? That was a player aid book. Guadalcanal, the Battle for Henderson Field, player aid. Again, broken into different levels of play. I think this will get into my learning queue. Won't be the next one, but it'll be up towards the top. Looks like Vince has done a lot of good stuff with the rules and that. All right, now we're going to have this board. It feels like a big one too, so let me pause it so I get the board out and we'll get it set up. In fact, I'm going to hold off on setting the board up till the end. Got some counters, big ones too. Wow, nice. Looks like they're going to punch out very easy. This will be punched out at my one table while I'm watching like the Detroit Tigers on TV. Oh, I was holding them up too high. I'm sorry about that. I hope I didn't do that with the books. A lot of counter sheets, but as you can see, there's not a lot of counters on each sheet. I'll set them over here for right now, and then we'll take a look at the cards. Put my eyes on dice. Okay, looks like we got a 1 D10 in here, and I'm going to take this out and take a look at it. Okay, we have a green D10. And then we got one here that has different numbers. It's like a pyramid. And it's got like 1, 2, 3 on that side. And, well, I can't see. 1, 3, 4. It's got different numbers on each side. It'll be interesting to see what they're used for. And then we have what looks like 3D6s, but the number 1 on each one, I'm going to check to make sure it's on each one. The number 1 on each one is crossed out, and it has like looks like 3 bullets. Maybe that means no weapons or no ammunition or reinforcements or something. But anyway, they're D6s. Okay, then let's see what we got. We got several packs of cards here. We got Fog of War cards. Let's take a look at them. Push the box up a little bit here. Get this pack open. Okay. This is Henderson Marine Corps, Guadalcanal, boot, operations. See what this number, got 2 boots. The rest of these are operations cards. So we'll see what the boot does. Inflexible. Anytime during the Japanese card encounter phase, discard this to choose the direction of a single Japanese counter at a single fort. Do not roll as normal. Oh, and there's another one. MacArthur releases P-38s to Henderson Field. Then we got the Cactus Air Force. I guess if you would roll one of these numbers, you get to pick one of them. All different things. Coast Watchers, gather intel. Well, it's going to be pretty detailed. Looks like. I'm liking that. And as you can see, we got a whole bunch of them. So I've been holding them too high again. So let me just show you again. These were the boot cards that I showed. 2 different boot cards. One was about Japanese, the other one was about MacArthur. And then we got these cards here for the 1st Marine Division. All different things on them. Then we got Division Intelligence cards. So that's pretty cool. Got a whole pile of these cards. Fog of War cards. Good. Yeah, they're all Fog of War. No, they're not all Fog of War cards. Let me take a look at this here. See what the difference is. These look like that. Then we got Fog of War cards. They're not. No, I guess you probably have to shuffle these in, and whenever one of them comes up, then you have to do a certain action, I would guess, or the opponent's going to do a certain action to try to screw you up. All right. Another pack open. Okay, what do we got? We got Japanese Army card 4. Let's get the Japanese Army cards done, and then we'll look at the other ones too. Okay, number of events. So we got Japanese Army cards. This is probably what controls the AI, like I read. Okay, you got the place, and then it tells you the infantry ×1. These are probably some sort of strength levels or buy levels. Bombs. So that is the Japanese Army ones. Now we have event cards. Are these all event cards? These are all event cards. Low ammo. Anytime you take the barrage action, 417. Every time you roll result of 1 or 2 on any die, you place a disrupted token on location at 7 or 8. Wow. Remove from the game. When using the action, send reinforcements 2 point. It gives you the rule number, which is kind of nice too. It takes a lot of time from looking stuff up. All right, so these were all in the same deck, so I'm going to keep them together. Okay, let's see what we got now. Wow, another event deck. Okay, there's another event deck. Are they all event cards? Nope. We got just a few events, which we already looked at the other ones. Okay, and then we got IGA Tactics. They're all, and then we got let's go IGA Tactics through here, this big pile. Zero Aces. C3.5. Air Cover. Fighter 1 damaged. Mortar strikes. Wow, crazy. I'm excited about this. I'm excited. It's going to take me a while to get used to it, but I am excited. Then on these ones here, we have Japanese Army. Keep them separated because we did have some other Japanese Army ones earlier. And I'll keep the deck separated until I make sure I know what I'm doing with them. One more deck. And this is Japanese Army again to start off. Holy mackerel. Okay, we got Japanese Army. Wow. All the way up to here is the Japanese Army ones. And then we got boot decks again. This is a lot of Japanese Army cards. Then we have the boot decks again. Got the CBs, the long patrols, Meliciana, Scout Snipers, Battleship Task Force, Defense Preparations, and B-17s. Okay, now I will pause it so I can get the board up. All right, there it is. Nice looking board. So we got up here. It looks like this is just Henderson Field with certain numbers for different, like the SBD bombers and the wild card, F4 wild card, and SCP patrols. And up here we got Coast Watcher locations, light cruisers. Up here, task force up there. And down here we got some areas in the islands. I can see different islands out here. And jumping around and so forth. I can't remember all the locations right now. I mean, over here we got another one which is battles. This is the Matanica log bridge. This is Matanica River River mouth. And then down here we got Colonel Oka's attack. We got the Southern Laguna perimeter. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. Lots of stuff on here. But these numbers are going to be, and that are all going to be associated with those cards, A, B, C's, and stuff like that, which is going to be pretty cool. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the unboxing and the first look at the Battle for Henderson Field, October 23rd to 26th, Guadalcanal, published by DVG, created by Vince Cooper and Niles Johansson. Nice job, guys. Looks really, really good. Really anxious to get it going. So, Cal Saber, say take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.